What's up guys, it's Ryantium here, and today we are back once again in Stellaris Console Edition with our lovely Sniffers Inc., talking about administrative capacity and Empire Sprawl. Now I've been seeing quite a few questions in my comment section about Empire Sprawl and admin capacity. I've been seeing it on Twitter when sometimes Stellaris tweets things out. I've been seeing it a lot. And I figured I may as well make a video going over a couple of the basics with Empire Sprawl, admin cap, and then we will touch on Cohesion. So, Empire Sprawl. Empire Sprawl is the total amount of stuff that your empire controls, your districts, your systems, and your colonies. Your districts contribute 1 point to your total Empire Sprawl, meaning every district that you build adds 1 point. Every system you capture adds 2 points, which is why we currently own 60 systems, but are currently contributing 120 to our total Empire Sprawl. The same can be said for our colonies, which we currently have 38 colonies, but we are producing 76 Empire Sprawl, or contributing 76 Empire Sprawl. Now the amount of colonies is different from the amount of colonized systems, and the reason that is because some systems have more than one planet inside of them. If we take a look at, say, Fujo, this one's got 4 planets that I've colonized inside of that, but it only counts as 1 colonized system. So back in 1.7, if you had a system that had 4 or 5 planets in it, that was the jackpot system. Because back in 1.7, the planets was what your admin capacity was. You could only colonize 3 planets in the beginning, then you'd have to put them in sectors, and then continue to expand that way. With this, you can colonize as many planets as you want, but it's going to count negatively against you if you go over your admin capacity. Now, your administrative capacity is how much you can technically govern without penalties. Now, you can tell that I'm over my admin capacity by quite a bit. I can currently technically overview 270 of my total admin capacity. That means districts, systems, and colonies. But you can see under there, those green numbers is what I've done to boost my administrative capacity. And there's a couple ways that you can do that. In the Government tab, if we come to Reform Government, and you click on this button, Efficient Bureaucracy is one of the civics that allows you to add 20 administrative capacity to your total. Not your total Empire Sprawl, but your admin cap. So if I added that now, I would be up to 290 available administrative capacity. Alongside that, in your playthrough, you will come across this society research, Colonial Bureaucracy. Colonial Bureaucracy leads to giving you 20 more administrative capacity. If you keep scrolling up, Galactic Bureaucracy adds another 20. And once both of those are researched, I believe those are the only ones that you need in order to unlock the Repeatable Tech Administrative Efficiency. Now this is the best one to use, and really the only one to use as you get later on into the game, to try and catch up to your Empire Sprawl. If you can get a bunch of these researched, in fact, I believe I've researched this 12 times, yes, XII, I've researched it 12 times, so you can see that we're contributing 180, we've gotten 180 onto our administrative capacity. If you continue to research that while trying to mitigate the amount you spread and build districts and everything like that, you can come over top of the Empire Sprawl and catch up, and that's definitely something that you can do. So that's kind of the gist of the Empire Sprawl and the administrative capacity. You can see that you get penalties. Your admin cap is what you currently have, or what you currently can technically own, and the Empire Sprawl is what you currently are suffering from. Now, Cohesion is something that is directly related to your admin sprawl, or your admin capacity and your Empire Sprawl. Cohesion is basically how clumped together you are. If you're cohesive, you are one solid shape, or you are in one solid direction, or anything like that. And you can see that by this. Your total cohesion is 98 right now, but it says my Empire cohesion is 100%. The base is +5, and because I have 60 owned systems and 33 upgraded star bases, I'm well over the 100% cohesion, but it only goes out of 100. Now on screen, you can see the description from the Stellaris wiki itself on the console side that it says the Empire cohesion, as the name implies, is a measure of the overall cohesiveness of an empire's territory. If the cohesion loss is greater than the total cohesion, an Empire Sprawl will be multiplied and thus put greater administrative strain upon it. Meaning, if you have systems that are separate from your main empire's body, Say I wanted to colonize this system right here. That would count negatively to my cohesion because I'm not connected to my empire. If I did it there, that'd be fine. But here on the screen, you can see that you get +1 for each owned system, +3 for every upgraded starbase, -1 for each hyperlane connection outside the empire's borders, which means I believe something like this, or perhaps one like this. And then you've also got -3 for each unowned system that only connects to your empire. Now that could also be the choke points as well. So here, there's one there, and then here, there's one there. And that would actually make sense because, like I said, I'm making 98 cohesion, but I'm losing 3 from the isolated systems, and I'm losing 10 from external hyperlanes. And that's probably just because of all the connections that can be made with all of this. So cohesion is a little bit of an interesting mechanic, but the important thing is you do not want to kind of run to the system that you want. You know, you don't want to run and get a choke point if it's all the way over here. You know, if your empire is just over here and you've been surveying and researching and exploring, and then you see an empire all the way up here, you're not going to want to run to block them off there. That's not going to be good because it's going to count negatively towards your cohesion. Same thing. You want to continue to grow towards your choke points, and in order to do that, you need to locate your choke points at the beginning. So here we started in the system of Snort in Sniffer's Inc., and you can see that our little cluster right here is actually a nicely isolated little cluster, because the only ways in are this way and this way. But in order for me to expand successfully, I needed to locate my closest choke points that would be strategic. Now, technically, the strategic standpoint, or the strategic choke points you would want, in my opinion, would be this one right here, because you could block access from this way. You would also want to possibly try and expand to this one to block anything from this way. And because there's no connection down here, you would have all of this territory to go to. But then you have tertiary and quaternary, choke points that you want to expand to. As you can see, we have a choke point there. We have a choke point here and here, but it's a little different with this materialist fallen empire because they're in kind of an advantageous spot because they currently own the choke point. We also have a choke point right here, right there, and right there. That stops anyone from expanding up here, and it also stops them from expanding into our empire and anyone from over here. So it's important to keep your cohesion in mind when you're trying to find those strategic choke points. So I hope that's helped a little bit in helping you to figure out how to manage your empire sprawl, your administrative capacity, anything like that. It's okay if you go over your admin cap. It's going to happen. The thing that you need to remember is to always continue to build research labs and Unity. Don't skimp on your research labs, especially when you start to get to the end game, when you're starting to be able to do the repeatable techs. Because when you can start repeating these techs 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times, your ships are going to be magnificent. As you can see down here in our system, we've got quite a large fleet, and it's a little bit crazy. But that's kind of the gist of it, guys. So let me know if you have any more questions down there in the comment section. I will try my best to answer them. And with that being said, if you're looking for any more Stellaris content, I've got plenty of stuff coming out in the future based around machine empires, organic empires, and playthroughs as well. In fact, I'm working on one right now. And if you're looking for any other content around Stellaris from other content creators, check the description, because there's plenty of them down there for you to check out. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.